Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Want to give you guys a heads up on a big Steam event that has just kicked off. The February edition of Steam NextFest is live right now. You can try out a ton of free demos, a celebration of upcoming games. I've never been like a big demo guy, just because I do this channel and I'm playing video games all the time. It's like, dude, the games I'm interested in, just based on looking at them, I'm gonna end up playing the full release, but at least more often than not. You know, the time that I do have, I have to dedicate it to the games that are out. But nonetheless, for a lot of you guys, if you want to check out some of these upcoming games, NextFest is live right now. On top of that, I do want to highlight a couple of new Steam sales and deal some historic lows to boot with that, so we'll talk all about that in a little bit. But first of all, NextFest is live right now. All of the games are live for you to download demos of, and there's a ton of stuff that you can check out. I saw a mecha game that had my interest. The Gate Must Stand looks pretty cool. Tower defense action title there. Deadbit, fast-paced runner shooter. Oh my goodness, there's a game called Pound for Pound that has you run your own MMA promotion. Dino Blade, which has had attention for quite a while, that demo is available. Crystal Fall, just a ton of demos. So have a look at it for yourself. There's so many games that are live that it's gonna be impossible for you to go through all of them, but you know, it's always a lot of interesting games that do go live, if nothing else. You've got Casual Loop. This game looks pretty cool. A narrative puzzler that blends mind-bending mechanics with a rich sci-fi story about time, consequence, and survival. And, yeah, puzzle title there. You know, I'm sure that a lot of these games people are going to view it as slop content, but nonetheless, that is why there's a lot of demos live right now, so you can check those out if you're interested. NextFest is live from now until March the 2nd, so have a gander at all of that. Hundreds and hundreds of demos available for you to check out. Alright, moving on from that, I do want to highlight a couple of deals and sales. As a part of the Deep Silver Publisher sale, which I'll go more in depth on in a little bit, Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2 is at its historic low price point. It is 67% off for $19.79. South of $20 for Space Marine 2, I think, is a phenomenal deal. I will say this. This game totally has vibes of a Humble Choice title by the end of the year. So if you do pick up Humble Choice from time to time, and you're on the fence about picking up Space Marine 2 right now, I think ultimately the smart money play is to wait for Humble Choice, and it'll pay dividends. Focus has had their games on Humble Choice in the past, so that's something to consider. Humble Choice, Humble Bundles, etc., etc. Space Marine 2 is a game that's been getting a plethora of updates. There is some paid DLC or, you know, paid cosmetic content, really. That's all it is. Like, you don't have to get any of that content. They put out a second year wave of content, but that's all cosmetics, a second season pass. As far as the content updates go, all of that has been free, and they've done a phenomenal job with this game. I was really high on this game when it initially came out back in 2024. I talked it up a lot, and I get why people would criticize the game's campaign length, but at the end of the day, this game has a lot of mileage from its PvP and PvE. And the campaign being a little bit on the shorter side, that's in line with, like, the heyday of shooters, which are beloved. Like, Gears of War campaigns were never 15, 20 hours long in terms of the 360 era Gears of War titles. Halo titles were not 15, 20 hours long in terms of the 360 era. Call of Duty games certainly don't have 15 to 20 hour campaigns, and when you're talking about a lot of the mileage out of the game and replayability coming from the multiplayer, that's about in line with what you would expect. And on top of that, unlike a lot of those other games, this game has had those free content updates, and they've rolled out new content for you to check out and sink your teeth into. Is it absolutely top tier? No, but I think the campaign is a lot of fun, especially if you've got a group of friends to play with. And what I've always said about Space Marine 2 is this game totally harkens back to the golden era of shooters, like a top of the level Gears of War title, Gears of War 2, Gears of War 3, that echelon of game. And I don't think I can say anything more complimentary to what Space Marine 2 is than by comparing it to Gears 2, especially if you know how I feel about that game. But Space Marine 2, it's all blood and guts, mayhem, over-the-top action, gameplay, and a lot of the times that's what you really want out of a game, especially a game like this. 1979, I think, is great. It's just, I would caution you, I could totally very well see it being a Humble Choice title by the end of the year. Speaking of which, the Deep Silver Publisher sale is running right now up to 90% off. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, certainly the standout, 50% off for $29.99. The Royal Edition is $39.99. Can't believe it's been a year since this game has come out. Feels like yesterday. I remember playing this game, being blown away by it by a lot of regards, but the combat is still what the combat is as far as KCD is concerned, but I think it's a worthwhile game. An RPG with an incredible amount of depth to it, a lot of content, and a lot of attention to detail. Again, it's not going to be for everyone. I foresee some people just absolutely vehemently hating the game, but again, and that comes down to the combat, but I think if you're a fan of RPGs, the good completely outweighs the bad. Like, every aspect of this game is at a elite level outside of the combat. The combat, I would say, is mid. I don't even know that many people that are like, oh, dude, I love the combat. No, it's usually every other aspect of the game outweighing the combat so much that, like, yeah, it's an incredible game when you assess every aspect of it. But the combat is a big component to it, and if you're not vibing with that, that is going to be a big issue. But I think the game is great, so definitely would recommend that. Dead Island 2 is 80% off for $9.99. That was just $3.99, I believe it was, during the recent Steam sale, so, you know, $9.99 is a little bit of a hard sell these days, so I would probably wait on that. Metro Exodus is $4.49, Gold Edition is $5.99, and then the Saga Bundle with 2033, Last Light, and Exodus is $7.49, which is a tremendous deal. Nobody Wants to Die, still $3.74. I think that's a great deal. Metal Eden, 75% off for $9.99. Over-the-top, fast-paced cyberpunk FPS there, very well received. And some other deals are available. Echoes of the End is $15.99, a little bit of a lower key release, but was received okay. Undisputed, the boxing game's on sale as well, so you can check that out. But yeah, Deep Silver Publisher sale running right now. And then lastly, I do want to give a shout to Nightingale, which is 80% off for $5.99. Look, I'm not a big open world survival guy. I remember when this game was coming out, it had a lot of attention around it. It's still in early access. They're still making progress, but an early access game being 80% off for $5.99 is kind of insane. Look at Power World, for example. That game is hard-pressed to go above 25% off. That's the deepest discount you'll see. And Nightingale's out here with an 80% off discount, and then ultimately when it comes out of early access, it's going to go up in price. So I would say for $6, this is a pretty darn good deal. Historic low for this, and again, not my genre as far as survival games go, but open world survival crafting game where you'll adventure across the mysterious and dangerous Fey realms. As a daring realm walker, you'll defeat monstrous enemies, survive hostile environments, and build elaborate estates in a visually stunning Gasland fantasy world. Mostly positive reception, 10,142 reviews, 71% positive, so obviously room for improvement there, but it's in early access, so we'll see where it goes. But that's gonna do it for me. Again, Steam Next Fest is live right now until March the 2nd. A ton of free demos available right now. Historic low price points with Space Marine 2, Nightingale as well, and the Deep Silver Publisher sale, like I said, running right now on top of that. That'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.